Right, well, after a successful test edition of making one of these pies yesterday, I rolled out the full recipe today, and these are the 4 pies that I made. I'm going to show you today how to make them. Right, let's get started. Right, here are our ingredients, more or less ready to go. The potatoes all chopped up, the onions diced, I've still got my garlic to crush and my fresh thyme to get off its twigs. I'm going to get that sorted now and I'll come back when we're ready to start cooking. Right, there's our crushed garlic, 5 cloves. It does look a lot, doesn't it? But beneath that you should be able to see my fresh thyme there all ready to go. Right, let's get the onions on. At the same time I'm going to put these potatoes on to boil. A little bit of salt in there first, and then we'll come back as soon as the oil is heated up in the pan for the onions. Right, there's our oil in there, almost up to temperature. We'll put our onions in and then I'll come back when they're nice and soft. Okay, those onions have changed colour now, they're nice and soft. Let's throw in our garlic and our fresh thyme, and we're going to saute that lot for around about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, when you can smell the aroma of thyme leaping out of the pan, then that's done and you can turn the heat off. Right, now that our potatoes are cooked and still hot, let's crumble our cheese into the potato. Get as much off your fingers as possible. There we are. Best thing to use for this is a fork. Just get in there and break down those potatoes. I'll come back when that's combined. Right, once that's combined, you can now add your onion, garlic and thyme and stir that in. Get all those flavours out of there. Beautiful. Still a lovely aroma there. Once you've combined the onions here, then have a taste before you apply any seasonings, but combine it thoroughly first. Alright, let's have a taste. It needs some salt, but not very much. And definitely some black pepper. Alright, I'm going to mix that in, and then when I come back I'll have the filo pastry out and the pie dish is ready to go. Right, first thing to do before you start, put your oven onto 180 degrees, fan bake, and get your filo pastry out. Take that out of there. These over here. Alright. I'm going to pull this to that side and then take my pastry over here and then adjust the camera. Alright, we can all see now. Pastry brush. Here we are, pastry brush, and that's our extra virgin olive oil. So get your first sheet. Try and get one that's in better shape than that. There we have one. It's in pretty good shape. And just give that a liberal dousing. So you can put less and less on as your layers build up, because the oil will actually transfer through. And you don't need to put as much on the ends either. So once we've done that, let's put it underneath and let's get our second one ready. Now the second one, this one can go straight on top, and you see how that oil is coming through, but just to make sure, just and then our final one. Here we are. Now we're just going to push that down. And just a little bit more. And there, now our filling. Start spooning this in. It's quite sticky now because that vegan feta cheese has gone quite liquid, so there's no big hard balls of cheese in there anymore. Right, that's perfect. Now fold over the outsides of the pastry inwards. You don't need to be too particular about this, it is supposed to look rustic. Alright, there we are. There's our first one done. I will come back when they're all ready to put in the oven. Alright, here they are. I'm now going to put them into the oven, and the next time you'll see me is when we all get together and have a taste. Okay, there they are, fresh out of the oven. Right, now I'm going to find out whether one of these is willing to... Ah, there we are. Very, very compliant. So I'll get a knife and fork and I'll come back and we'll have a taste together. Alright, let's have a taste. Isn't that beautiful? Right, I'll take a bit off of here. Oh, wow. You can really taste the garlic coming through with those potatoes and onions. That's a cracker. And no one's gonna complain that it's vegan. I'm telling you that. That is a hearty pie. Right, I will catch you hopefully on my next recipe. But give this a go, it's very easy. As you can see, don't be afraid of filo pastry, it's very forgiving. Alright, catch you soon.